glad to be back here, especially because last time I spoke at Women's Travel Fest, I was talking about how to just build a brand from the bottom and how to progress. And 2 years later, here I am, and I get to talk about how I ended up making 6 figures from basically everything I taught 2 years ago. Also really proud to be able to say that in general, because like everyone here, this all started out as just a dream, an idea, had no clue how to do it. Self-taught myself, started with no money, no one paying for me to travel, and just, yeah, I just hustled, and never stopped, and really proud to be able to say that and present this to you today. So how did I get here and how did I figure it out? Now, for starters, I say travel brand instead of just travel blogger or travel influencer because there's a lot of moving parts that goes into getting to this level of money making. You need to have multiple streams of revenue, not just rely on one. We'll get into that. But yeah, so basically how I started, my degree is in biology. I had no idea about SEO or writing, or Instagram was not a thing when I started. So I basically went to the University of Google and searched how to do all of these things. I accidentally moved to LA where I realized that you don't have to have an office job in order to make money. You can do things on the internet, which was perfect for me because I suck at working for people. So I started, I did not mean to do that. So yeah, initially I started freelancing just to make money. This is the cute part, and then all this stuff underneath it that is the hard part. So that's my almost reference. And it is, so a lot more goes into making the money than just taking pretty pictures and gaining followers. But aren't my pictures pretty? Look at that Lexus. Woo. I got to drive that around. Anyway, so what goes into it? Obviously, you know, working nonstop, all day, every day, traveling nonstop. I lived out of a suitcase, by the way, for the last 3 years. And I just now got an apartment, like, I was homeless for 3 years, but you had to be. So you're constantly getting content for Instagram and the blog. Yesterday I snuck out because I checked the weather ahead of time, and I knew that yesterday was gonna be the only sunny day. So I ran around and took pictures all day. Because today it's raining. Scheduling posts, engaging, sharing, and growing, that takes a lot of time. Negotiating incoming deals, that surprisingly also takes a lot of time. Pitching deals, this, when you're starting out, this is pretty much all you're gonna be doing. Insight reports and invoices, so the industry is evolving and now brands actually want to see if you were a success, if they got their ROI, or if you are not who you say you are and you can't actually deliver what you're asking for money-wise. Yeah, writing and recording courses, planning and executing group trips, interviews and events. So I'm all these things, blogger, influencer, expert, and businesswoman. Of course, creativity. As content creators, you are obviously creative, but a business mindset and then the dedication. And then this is my, I don't know why this is my reference, but my Forbes article, I'm pretty proud of. Thanks also to Women's Travel Fest because the writer, Laura, was there and she heard me speaking and wanted to interview me. And here's my beautiful Herbal Lessons campaign. Here's the $0 problems. Most people think the main/only way to get is sponsored posts and collaborations, that you just need to post good photos and spend all your time engaging, pitching, etc. So most people, I know this for a fact, are just thinking, I need to grow on Instagram, I need to get cool pictures, I need to get a following so that people will pay me to post pictures on Instagram. They're not a bad problem, but still problems. I don't know if that makes sense. So influencer blogger budgets are skyrocketing this year, but so are the amount of creators. Now that we know that this job is a real thing and you can actually do it, and if you work hard enough, you can get to the level, a lot more people are trying to do it. So in return to that is what I was saying before, brands and companies are cracking down on insights, which is smart, which means micro-influencers do have an advantage. They like working with people with smaller followings because typically your engagement is much better. But everyone needs to be working harder. So that means even bigger brands like me, like I have to work harder because I have to make sure my engagement stays at the same level as my following. And as you get bigger, your engagement tends to go down because for some reason people don't like to engage on bigger accounts because they think that, oh, everyone's liking and commenting, I don't need to.